Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning into our AppFollow product webinar. Allow me to introduce myself and my colleague first. I am Vera, Head of Customer Success at AppFollow. I've got a Paul with me today on the line. She also works at AppFollow. Hi, Christina.
Hi Vera, hi everyone.
By the way, could you please say something in the chat room? Do you hear me and see all of us and the presentation that I'm sharing with you now? I just want to make sure that I can hear both of you.
Okay.
Great, thank you. Well, yep, all good. Cool. Generally, the question we're going to answer here is how to use AppFollow tools to increase your app installs, user acquisition, and your customers' loyalty. The topic of increasing these rates is extremely common between them who are developing and promoting an app. First of all, you will learn how to make your keyword research easier and what tools will provide you an opportunity to have a closer look at the results of your ASO strategy. We will say a few words about app featuring, conversion rates, and so on. Hi, Michael from Australia.
Ooh.
Awesome. Our company, by the way, is based in Finland, but we are in Russia, me and Christina. Well, secondly, we will talk about reviews and how your strategy of work with app reviews can help you to improve your average rating and conversion rates. Apart from that, you will find out how to streamline the work of your support team to help your colleagues provide better service and solve some pain points immediately. And finally, I will show you how it's easy to analyze your user's mood via artificial intelligence. By the way, we will have 2 Q&A sessions during the webinar, after the first 20 minutes and in the end. Do not hesitate to ask us while the presentation and demonstration are going. We will answer all the questions that you may have when the forthcoming Q&A session starts. Well, okay, I'm ready. Let's get started now. Every app has some basic ASO on their App Store page. At the very least, you have an app title, icon, some description, and screenshots. Once you've added an app to your AppFollow account, the main app page will be available to you. Here you can find basic information about, such as icon, app name, developer, ranking, and the app ID, all in one place from all stores, all countries, and devices. Sometimes you can also see a green or gray badge that highlights something special about your app. For example, Editor's Choice or Apple Watch app. Also, you'll find metadata such as screenshots, title, subtitle, what's new, description with checked account. If the account is highlighted in red, as you see on the presentation material, it means that your content is not perfectly optimized for the store and you'd better to improve the text optimization. I will show you what is needed to pay attention to find out how to improve the text optimization later on the following slides, or our ASO experts can help you to improve your app visibility. Just use our live chat on the AppFollow site or ask here for help with building your semantic core, improving app description, or optimize your icons, screenshots, well, anything. To be up to date about your last updates, you can use the timeline page. You will find here information about app versions and updates. We collect here version numbers, the date of the release, what's new description, promo banners, videos, a number of downloads. Well, in a nutshell, all crucial data of your ASO updates. So the first thing every developer should do to get more users is to renew an app page according to the latest stance of the mobile market. And text optimization is very beneficial due to the fact that 65% of iOS app downloads and 80% of Android app downloads is a result of App Store search queries. The keywords and ASO page will help you to detect which of keywords stopped working and which ones you'd better use in app title, description, or keyword set. If your goal is to reach top 10 apps to keep your high positions, your app should rank the top by around 100 keywords on the App Store and Google Play. Top apps from highly competitive categories can easily rank for 20 keywords each. Well, the more keywords your app ranks for, the better. The sorting of popular keywords is quite a difficult task. It would bring, but popular keywords would bring you lots of traffic and installs. We understand how it's important to work with keyword research because we have our own ASO experts. So basically, we provide all of the tools for both of our part of the company, for our experts and for you as our users. Let me show you how our ASO tools work on the live demo. Give me just a few seconds while I'm starting sharing my screen. Yeah, everything should be fine. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if you new or as a professional, I am sure you will enjoy the feature auto adding keywords. Here is the button to auto add the keywords to your AppFollow account. We will add a few popular keywords for your app collection automatically once you've added an app to your AppFollow account. Even if you have collection and app already, you can use this magic button to start the process of selection keywords. It takes, well, about a few minutes or less, depends on the number of suggested keywords we're going to collect and show you. By the way, if you're going to add some keywords to Australia, by the way, you can choose the country here and add the same button once again. We will collect keywords for the Australia and so on. Just give me some time while the collection is in processing. Okay, almost done.
Hold your breath.
Okay, well, I will show one other tool. Well, if you want to find some keyword for well, if it's not enough, you can use another tool, missing keywords. It will show you the list of keywords that your app ranks for. Even if you don't have these keywords in your AppFollow account, you can pick up these keywords manually, or type here to add all of this keyword to your collection. To keep an eye on the big picture, you can pick some keywords here, and they will be available on the chart. Give me a second. I will add some other keywords to show you how it works. Yeah, that would be better. I will add keywords that have other ranks to show you how the app position has changed. We have some historical data here. Okay. I'm sorry, I just picked this up once again. Yeah, that's it. You will see the legend of this chart with the keywords we've picked a moment ago. At the bottom of the chart, we will find all the keywords that were added to your AppFollow account, to the collection of your AppFollow account. And the popularity is an important feature that provides you a traffic score. This traffic score helps you to understand what keywords could bring you traffic, more traffic to your app page. We use our internal mechanism to show you the real data. So if you see 05 for some keyword, you can be sure that there are just several people typing this keyword every day. And we recommend using keywords that have at least 20 or 30 scores. Moreover, we have a keyword distribution chart. By the way, it works only if you have integration with App Store and Google Play, because we're collecting here information about your conversion rates, downloads, page views, impressions, impressions to downloads, and impressions to page views. We can detect how many keywords shows in the first position, in top 5, top 10, and more. We can show you here information about the keyword that's added to your AppFollow account. We have here, as I told you, we have here the number of downloads and conversion rates. So how can you work with the information on the chart? We recommend you to track how your keywords from top 1 or top 5 affect on impressions and page views. Well, if impressions grew up and downloads came down, it means that current keyword bring irrelevant traffic and you need to change them. If you see that page views, impression conversion rate is high, but downloads is low at the same time, you need to understand why users are checking your app page but not downloading the app. Well, it is possible that the problem is the app rating or negative popular reviews that is that called helpful on the app stores. Well, that means that you need to improve your rating by working with reviews. Let's go to the presentation again. Yeah. Speaking of App Store performance, you can check conversion rates of your app, but it's not always clear enough if these metrics are good for your category. Our benchmark will help you to answer this question. You will see the filter by channels, countries, and average metrics for each category. If you hover over the number of conversion rates, we will show you the best and the worst results for chosen months. Well, let's go next. As you know, there are 4 traffic channels available to promote your app page: search, browse, app referrer, and web referrer. Keywords will mostly work if your main channel is search. For browse, the most important will be the icon and high average rating, because users find your app by browsing on the App Store and Google Play page. For example, see your page on the top chart rankings or on the featuring pages. Well, both App Referrer and Web Referrer require well-optimized app page, and first of all, screenshots and video, because users find your app by ads that you provide on web pages on the other apps. The ASO analysis tool delivers accurate data about your app performance in the App Store and Google Play, and allows to compare multi-parameters, well, that's easy to analyze your ASO performance using this data for all other countries on the one place. Speaking of App Store optimization, it is important to know that it's not a one-time job. But if you want to get a sharp spike in the downloads in a very short time, I recommend you all of us recommend you to try to get featuring. That brings a lot of traffic to app pages in a short time. App featuring is our special feature where you can find today's section with the best apps and games of the day, developer stories, and daily lists. Also, you can track apps and games page that updates once a week by App Store. Well, if your app is about to get featuring and you're waiting for this date night, you can use our Slack integration. We will notify you that your app will get the featuring the day before it happens. You can use Slack, Discord, or even email reports to get all of this information. By the way, one of our customers got the notification about app featuring the day before the app got featuring, and his app is really nice, you know. So he decided to brush up some things and add and increased the subscription price. So finally, his app got featuring. He got lots of downloads and subscribers, and also increased his profit. This is an example of how the featuring notification can help you to get more value. All right, guys, before we go next, I would like to talk with you. Do you have any questions about the features I showed you? Just let me know if you want to know more. Just use our chat room to ask me anything. I see that you had a dialogue with my colleague. Which page are you on now? Well, I showed you the page keywords and ASO. I can show you it once again.
I think Bernardo was interested in the keyword distribution chart. At least,
oh yeah,
he sent a message how you were showing this chart.
Yeah, I see. Well, by the way, anyway, I show you once again the chart and the page that I've opened it here. So the chart is on the keywords and ASO page. And this is the position of this page on our menu. I just wrap it up to show you all of the information. How long? I see that Jonathan asks, how long does it normally take until the algorithm detects new apps and keywords? How long does it normally take until? Are you talking about the algorithm of adding suggested keywords, or about the popularity score? Or it's about apps, detected new apps on the featuring page? Could you please just type some clarification about your question? If we talk about featuring and detecting new apps, until we can get first feedback from app stores into your database. Well, if we talk about app positions, we collect new data about your keywords and app position by the keywords twice a day. Give me a second to well, I don't remember when exact time, about 5 a.m. GMT and 5 p.m. GMT, or something like this. So I guess I've answered the question. If we talk about the timeline data and the metadata, we updated it once a day. So if your app has updated, for example, yesterday, we will show you the update today, the update data and all of the metadata information. If you'd like ask something else, I would like to answer. Well, thank you guys for your questions. Let's move on. The next part of our webinar is about working with reviews, and Christina will help me with the topic.
Okay, thanks, Vera. So let's go back to our presentation. Okay. I wonder why it always starts from the very beginning. Okay. So now let's move on to user feedback. I'm sure, guys, that many of you already have some in-app support for your app, so you direct user feedback into your email or some help desk systems. This is really cool because it helps to eliminate the amount of negative feedback for your app. So in case not, I really recommend you to incorporate in-app support for your app. But it's not the only thing how you can work with user feedback. Users leave reviews and ratings for your app. And working with rating and working with reviews can help you to identify any weak points and drawbacks in your app, make a more user-friendly product, increase user loyalty, your average rating, and as a result, get more app installs. So let's talk about it in more detail. So here you can see some information from AppTentive. So by the way, you can see how low average rating kills conversion. So those apps having high average rating get much more downloads than those having low rating. So you can see that if your app has an average rating of 3 stars, it loses almost half of potential downloads, to say nothing about those apps having 1 or 2 stars. So basically, whatever ASO are you doing is becoming useless once your average rating is low. And you know, speaking from my own experience, I never download those apps that have low average rating. Also, as you can see from these screenshots, it's very difficult to ignore this fact. You see that average rating is mentioned everywhere, on the main app page in the App Store, also in search. So it's really difficult to skip this. Let's have a look at the Google Play Store. Yeah, information about average rating is displayed again on the main app page, in search, in For You section. Yeah, the only way where average rating is not displayed is in App Store featuring. So basically, as for the rest, every user can see what the average rating is. And we have also done our own research in AppFollow, and we figured out that those apps that have an average rating of around 4.5 stars get featured much more often. It's like a trend, you know, it's not a rule, but it's a trend. So I'm sure that you can set a KPI of 4.5 stars for your support team if you'd like to get featured. So yeah, basically, one more proof about the importance of working with reviews to increase your average rating is this research done by Google in May 2019. So basically, those developers who reply to user reviews increase average rating of their apps almost by 0.7 stars. So now you can see how crucial is this to reply to user reviews and work with the reviews to improve the rating of your app. Of course, when your product is in the beginning, yeah, on the early stage, like soft launch, you don't usually get many reviews. So it's really easy to reply to all of them. But when your product starts growing, yeah, for example, when your app is entering different markets in different countries, the flow of reviews is increasing, and it's really difficult to reply to all of them. This is where you may need a strategy for replying to reviews. And now I'm going to give you some insights of how you can make it really successful. So I'm going to share with you some of our best practices. So which reviews you should reply first. Many of our users think that it's only worth replying to those reviews having 1 or 2 stars, which is not really true because sometimes these negative reviews are not the reviews that users can see first. And now our first recommendation is to reply to featured and helpful reviews in the very first place. Let me explain why. So have a look at these pictures. So basically, these screenshots are taken from the main app page. And the first reviews your potential users will see on the main app page is featured reviews on the App Store and helpful reviews on the Google Play. That's why it's really crucial to take care of these reviews and make sure you have more positive reviews as possible. If you have some negative reviews among featured ones, it's really important to provide feedback so that your potential users can see that you are trying to solve the problem and that you are solving it. Basically, it's very difficult to find featured and helpful reviews in App Store Connect or Google Play Console. You will have to do it manually, and it can take a really long time. So we have a solution in AppFollow. So you can set up an integration with Slack, and we will be sending you all new and updated featured reviews into a dedicated Slack channel. This way, your customer support team will not have the headache of finding featured reviews, taking care of them in the console, and will be able to send quick replies to featured reviews right from Slack. All right, so let's move on. Recommendation number 2, and now I'd like to talk about reviews that has become worse. So for example, a user writes a positive review with a rating of 4 or 5 stars and everything's good. But after some time, this user comes across a problem or a bug, and they update the review, and sometimes they change rating from positive to a negative one. And now please have a look at this screenshot. So basically, you can see that one of the users on the App Store has updated their review 19 times. Of course, it's not a common situation, but well, you can see that user used to be really happy with an app, and you see 4-star review, yeah. But then, yeah, he was faced with some problems. Nobody helped, and he changed his review from 4 stars to 1. So basically, I'm sure that speedy a reaction of customer support could have helped to improve the situation and, keep the positive rating in place. So yeah, we believe that it's quite important to react to these kind of reviews. Well, of course, you should, think if it's really relevant for your strategy or not. And if so, oh, sorry. If so, you can also filter out updated reviews using AppFollow. I will show you how a little bit later, and you can react to reviews that has changed rating. So now let's move on to long reviews. Of course, long reviews, there are very few of them, but usually they contain very valuable feedback about your app. So let's have a look at these reviews from the stores. So basically, you know that users usually write reviews from their mobile phone or a tablet, but just check how much time user has spent to write such a long review. Well, definitely these reviews come from loyal users who really care about your app, and it would be really really nice to reply to show that you care about what your users are thinking. More than that, you can derive some useful feedback about how you can improve your app or some really useful feature request. Well, it's not possible to easily find long reviews on the App Store console. So what we can do in AppFollow is we can filter out long reviews so that they come first, and you can easily access them and send replies. So this is how it looks. Yeah, you can also filter reviews by version in case you are, concentrated on feedback for some specific version of your app. You can also filter out reviews with a specific version and check what your users are thinking of it. That's a solid effort to write an essay in one paragraph. Okay. Yeah, well, I hope the information is useful, Michael. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to keep it short. So also, number 4, first reviews to reply are those reviews that you received during soft launch or beta release. So I should say that, the reviews you get at the earliest stage of your product are really important because basically you can use them to create a more user-friendly product. And on Google Play, there is beta feedback available. So basically, this is the kind of feedback no one will see on the App Store. I mean, users will not see it, and it will not affect your rating. So in AppFollow, you can also integrate these reviews and receive them separately, and also evaluate them and use it to your own benefit. So basically, unexpected negative rating can be really, can come, and like you may think that there is no reason for that. So this is an example. This game got featured on the App Store, and on the same day, the negative rating increased by almost twice. And well, to understand the reason for that, I would really recommend you to filter out the reviews you received after a new release of your app, and also see like what's wrong, what is that user don't like, and how you can change it. Also, on this screenshot, you can see that sometimes also new version release can lead to negative rating. Yeah, basically you can see that in AppFollow we use this kind of tiny red triangles on the graphs, so you can understand at which point the rating has changed. And using filters can help you understand why it happened and work specifically with reviews for the selected time span, selected version, and so on. Now, let me share my screen, and I will show you how this filter page is working in AppFollow. Yeah, I hope you can see it. So basically, this is rating and reviews page. And I would just like to show you those filters I was talking about. So this is a filter to filter out long or short reviews first, positive or negative first, and so on. You can also filter out reviews by date, country, translate reviews if necessary, and export information about reviews using API or Excel doc. To check the changes, you can also use this filter, yeah, to see the reviews that became better, worse, or without changes. Filter by version, by word, rating, there are a lot of useful filters in place. In case you would like to set up an integration I was talking about, like for example, an integration with Slack, it's really easy. You just go to integration page and click add integration. Yeah. So, and you just pick what kind of information you'd like to receive into your Slack. So reviews, timeline, featured breakdown, and so on. Also, if you'd like to reply to reviews using Slack or any other help desk system, I would recommend you to use, you will have to use an integration with App Store or Google Play. So yeah, if you'd like more information on that, just reach out in the chat. We'll be happy to help. So let's get back to our presentation. Okay, cool. Basically, yeah. So as I've just mentioned, you can deal with reviews using Slack. If it's not convenient for you, there is a bunch of integrations with help desk services. Now I'm talking about Zendesk or HelpSheet integration. Well, basically, you can see that, yeah, we support almost every help desk you can think of. Why is it useful? So using an integration with a help desk system can be useful because, first of all, if you already have some in-app support, you can just add tickets with App Store reviews into your help desk system. Yeah, and you can see that, yeah, users update up to 15% of reviews after a reply. Yeah, using help desk system can help you send almost real-time replies. One of our popular integrations is Zendesk integration. One of its benefits is automatic tags. Every time a new review comes into helpdesk system, we will tag it. So country tag, version, and so on. And later your customer support team can use view page in Zendesk to filter out reviews and reply to those that are particularly important. Yeah, for example, reviews for the latest version of your app. And of course, the main aim of creating and pursuing reply to review strategy is increase average rating, right? So you can track it with AppFollow. And if you see a situation like this, that reviews with replies have bigger rating, so basically it means that your customer support team is working really nicely and helps you improve average rating of your app. So basically, so why would we need reviews analysis? Just let's have a quick summary of what I've just said. You know, it's really nice to have some kind of a helicopter view of your reviews. It can help you to quickly spot and identify bugs and crashes, um, annoying ads and overpricing. Also, in case you have a game, yeah, a computer game, you can spot problems with game levels, yeah, feature requests, and so on. So basically, before I move on, I can see a question. Do you always show reviews from all countries in one list? Of course not, Jonathan. There is a country filter. Let me quickly show it. So basically, if you'd like to filter your reviews by countries, you can do it using a country filter. Okay, cool. So this is it. So you can filter out reviews by countries if you'd like to. Yeah, just click and you will receive a selection of reviews for a country you choose. Okay, cool. So let's switch back to the presentation again. Talking about identifying user problems, user mood. Well, I would like to tell you about our brand new feature, which is called semantic analysis. Semantic analysis is using machine learning algorithm, and it helps you identify um, the mood of your users, what they really like and what they don't like about your app. And this feature can help you, create a set of steps to quickly improve your app so that your users are more happy. So basically, you can see those pie charts with some insights on the user feedback. I will have to switch back to my account to demonstrate you semantic analysis. So this is how it looks in the AppFollow account. So semantic analysis consists of several tools. So, and let's start with the first one, positive and negative feedback. So you can see that all the reviews you have for your app will be divided between 4 groups: positive, negative, mixed feelings, and neutral. What is really important here is that our algorithm doesn't put those like for example, you have a new review from a user and it's just a question, but the user puts 1-star rating for this question. So basically our algorithm will not treat it as a negative review. Yeah, it would rather be neutral. So this this feature doesn't consider rating as the most important thing for dividing the reviews. So basically, so here you can see, yeah, a column with positive reviews, yeah, and you can see some information about the average rating and the number of reviews. If you'd like to get more information, you can just click here and you will be redirected on a review page where you can see all the positive feedback that you receive. The same with negative feedback and so on. Wow. So the next one is, let me just browse the page. Okay, now it looks better for me. The next one is different topics. So here we divide the reviews you receive into different topics, and you can understand the most acute, the most important topic using this chart. So you can see that for the app we just chosen, you know, there are a lot of people asking for some new features. And basically, you can also click here to study exactly the features that your users are asking for. We also provide statistics on bugs, and you can see different percents for different types of bugs. So yeah, app freeze is the most popular type of bug. So basically, it's a useful insight for your dev team to understand why it happens. Also, there is a sentiment score. Basically, it shows the correlation between positive and negative reviews. So now it's 55, which is kind of okay, but could be better. If the sentiment score would be like 80 or 90, it would mean that most of the feedback you receive from users is positive. Now, let's move on to feelings chart. Here you can see dots of different colors. Again, positive, negative, neutral, and mixed feelings. Each dot represents a review, and these reviews are gathered together into little clouds according to specific topics. So this number of positive reviews have one on the same topic, and you can click and check what your users are writing. Yeah, also you can see the rating and click again to see these reviews on a review page. And the last but not least is a word cloud. So I think it's crystal clear how it's working. The bigger the letters, the more popular the word is. So here you can gather like a general overview of what your users are thinking and the words they are using in their reviews. Again, hovering over a word, yeah, you can again go to the reviews page and find those reviews having the word you picked. So yeah, this is how it works. Semantic analysis is our brand new feature. It's still in beta. And if you'd like to test it out, please let us know in the chat. We will activate it if it's suitable if your apps are suitable for testing. The thing is that for now, semantic analysis is available for those apps that have around 1,000 reviews in English or Russian languages. If it seems like your apps fit for this, please let us know and you will be able to check it out and see how it works for you. Okay, cool. So basically, I also like to say a few words about our plans. Yeah, once you register an account in AppFollow, you will be able to use our free trial for 10 days. And it includes, if I'm not mistaken, like 30 apps, 3,000 keywords. So there are quite big limits for you to test our tool. And if you feel like it's a good fit for your ASO and reply to review strategy, we can help you to select the most suitable payment plan. Just if you're interested, just let us know in the chat, and of course we'll reply, and our account managers will contact you with more details. So also there is some useful read that we will send you in the email, in the follow-up email after this webinar. So basically, if you're having any questions about reply to reviews or semantic analysis, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. I can also see that there have been some questions in the chat. Does this support? Okay, so. Okay, yeah. So if you'd like some of the language to be added to our semantic analysis, just let us know in the chat or send us an email and we will notify our product team. We're really happy to gather some feedback from our users. So Vera, is there anything you'd like to add?
I was muted. I just want to ask you guys if you have any questions. We're here to answer you. By the way, if you don't want to know, don't have any question right now, you can contact our support team. We're always be ready to help you. Just write something to our support team using live chat on the AppFollow site. If there is no questions, well, it was a pleasure being here with you guys today, and thank you for all the questions that you have. By the way, stay tuned in order not to miss a single feature we're going to launch soon, and join our Facebook and Twitter page or Slack. Well, thank you very much for coming. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I hope to see you again. Bye.
Thank you, Michael.